Just when you thought it was safe.
Yo, hey, you already know what time it is. We gonna start set. You already know we gonna check the record. We for the record. It's my guy,
Manny Dogs.
Hey, and I'm your dude, KD3, man. Hey, we got a special guest for you. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
We got a little bit of history. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into it a little bit down the line of our conversation. But man, we got the one, the only, the none other than Denham.
What's up, y'all?
Denham.
Yeah. quick question. And we always like to make a fool on this podcast. You ever thought about spelling your name the way the fabric was spelled?
No, it's like it's actually my grandma's maiden name.
Yeah.
And stuff, so it's like I got like 150 cousins out there last name Denham.
Oh, got you. So he doing it for the lineage. I got you.
I like it, man.
They'll give me somewhere.
Somewhere in there, there's a sponsorship.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Levi, holla at us.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't even write the jingle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna make it work.
For sure. But hey, man, what you been up? What you been up to?
Listen, man, we just, trying to get our season right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on there, but
Snow Leopards, they getting it together.
we get it together.
That's
you know what I mean?
what's
We
up.
came in, we bust somebody's head, so they starting to feel what a little bit of dominance feel like.
Yeah.
Now we got to go to Oklahoma City.
Okay.
That's gonna be a problem.
Right. Hey, yeah. I'm about
Just
to say,
because it's way out there, and then,
you got travel,
it's different.
demographics.
Oh yes, right.
We gonna leave it at that.
We are going to have to adjust to.
Yeah, adjust to the different play plan. But man, my man Denham, man, what you been up to, bro? I see you out there working. I mean, this man has a lot of a huge following on TikTok and his IG going crazy. If you've been under a rock, you know what I'm saying. He recently just dropped this hot sizzler for the IFL. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
so
you getting a whole lot of burn on that too, man. They bumping that a lot in
Awesome.
the IFL, man. Yeah.
That's what's up.
dope.
So
go ahead.
You go ahead. Yeah.
Man, just how you see you watching this commercial, you seeing all this stuff, you like, man, that's me. How that feel, man?
Most of the time I'm kind of just sitting there criticizing myself, you know what I mean?
Most artists.
Honestly, so I'd rather not watch it, you know?
For sure. Well, let's take it back a couple of steps. So how did that even come about? Like you just was like what? Just in the studio, like, hey, I'm gonna come up with a jam, a jingle before you even got with IFL, or did you already kind of go to them and like start presenting the idea, like, hey, this is what I want to do?
Yeah. So 1 year, I want to say it was like 3 years ago. So the Storm, Todd Trine on the Storm, and he had contacted me to basically be like an entertainer at their games. Sure. And so all home games, I was there. I was like playing music, talking on the mic and stuff, and then we did that 1 year, then like COVID hit and stuff, so like it kind of fizzled out. Yeah, but then he contacted me later and said, this is like I met with Eric, and he was telling me, Eric Van Beek, he's like the VP, president of marketing, but he met with me and was like, hey, we're working on to get this new look. We're looking for like new music. Would you be interested in maybe trying to make a song? And I was like, I'll give it a try. You know what I mean? Like, if you so, I like got home and I was like, how do I make a song about football? You know,
Right,
like without it being
right.
corny, kind of thing. So like, I like
a first down. It's a touchdown. Yeah.
Man, but even like a lot of like this NFL stuff kind of sometimes gets a little corny too. So I was like,
Oh, for sure.
I was like, what's something that you could like from a player's standpoint, a fan standpoint, and administration? You know?
Right.
So I had to like same time like conquer all those goals, and so I just tried to went with like a song about motivation, and I tried to I had to throw in some like little code for the players, you know what I mean, and stuff that like I know that like
catch on to you.
Yeah,
you gonna link
like,
to that.
And but then I wanted to send the song, they loved it, and then they contacted me later, and he's like, hey, we want to make this the theme song for all the games and open all the broadcasts and stuff, and so
you put that work in, and it just fell into place after that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So like how many times was it? Did you only have that one idea going into like when you started like this? You never like deviated like what? I scrapped this one and did a whole different one. Like, or you always had that one vision when you were writing that song, and it just came together that way. Because like when I write a track, sometimes like I'll scrap the whole thing 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Before I even, you know what I'm saying? Before I even get the finished product, you know what I'm saying?
I guess like sometimes like when I scrap stuff though, I still save it for like later because I could come back off the idea, But like this one, honestly, this is one of the songs that just kind of like I went online, I was all juiced about it, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna go knock this shit out, and so as soon as I found like what I wanted, like the musically. I hit a few producers up and they sent me, and I was like, this is it. And then it was one of those songs where it just
instantly clicked.
It just rolled, you know.
That's what's up.
And it's only a minute, like 2 minutes long, so it's like it's only like one verse and a hook, you know what I mean? But you know,
hey, that's exactly what it needs.
What
to
was
be
the
done.
feedback? So then you present it to them. You say, "Yo, this is what it is." First of all, describe the room. What that look like? You present it to who you giving it to?
Yeah.
Right. And
So, well, like when it first started, so when I gave it to him, I found the beat that I liked. You know what I mean? And I sent it to him, and he had sent it to a lot of the teams owners around the country, and like they were all like
mixed emotions.
People don't really understand. If you're a musician, they can't hear the vision until they hear it. You know what I mean? You know.
For sure.
And so then as soon as they sent that out, he was like, "Yeah, we need more context," you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, I'll do the thing,
track,
give it to him." You know what I mean? And then once I did after that, they were like, "You know, this exceeded our expectations." You know, this is like
for sure.
But it was,
I told you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to say.
But that's part of the things you like, and I think that's something where as an artist you like you expect other people to have the same ear, same vision, same mindset.
Yeah.
So you sending it to corporate people,
non-music
people,
Yeah.
and all they hear is music and beating it. I don't know.
What is this?
I can't get with this. What is this?
Yeah.
I can't get jiggy with this.
This shit is whack. I can't get jiggy with this.
This ain't John Blaze.
This is not John Blaze. But then then they get it and they're like, oh,
that's what he was trying to do.
You know, and as an artist, how frustrating is that for you initially when you get that feedback? Because I can almost hear the tone when they saying we need more.
Yeah.
We're not. What it's, you know.
Who is this guy again?
What is this? Some music?
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
For sure.
Sir.
yeah.
So I mean, how does that feel when you get that back, or you just like, I'm gonna have to bust y'all in the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, it motivates me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, I'm like, all right, I'll show these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, you know, kind of thing.
Exactly. So it lit a fire more than deterrent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And again, that's probably goes to show though, even like again in that same aspect you saying, you know, talking to non-musical people, especially like record labels and stuff, going further than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to convince them of a vision, or like, you know what I'm saying, I got a finished product start to finish, and they're like, it kind of give you that, what is it, that lukewarm response.
Facts.
So it's hard for you to kind of keep, I wouldn't say the motivation, because you already have the motivation going into it, but you know what I mean, keep that fire, that tenacity, because of the fact that you're trying to present a product instead of just here's my finished example, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
So now, I mean, business side of it, right? Are they giving you a certain amount of spins or a certain amount of royalties off a spin, or do you have to set a flat contract? I just remember doing that thing with ESPN, and they was like, you're going to get this flat amount, and if we ever use the commercial past this date, then you get X amount for every... It was just a lot of...
loops and ladders.
Yeah. So what was it for you?
Yeah, I guess like essentially the song is still my song. Like, I released all my stuff. It's basically like a licensing agreement. You know what I mean?
Listen, kids.
That's
own
right.
your shit.
Own your song.
Don't give it away. Continue. My bad.
Yeah, facts. Own your shit, for sure. And then it, opens up every broadcast. So it's like, it's like on YouTube and like all that stuff. But like, I don't, like, there's companies that collect royalties from music, like ASCAP and BMI and, companies like that. So like, I still, so like basically, you collect royalties from that, which they collect for you, you know what I mean? But the league itself can use a song in perpetuity,
Yeah, got it.
So he's 100% independent, basically.
Yeah, because because I remember, like I said, with ESPN, there's a certain period of time where they can just
do whatever,
use it as much, and then you don't get nothing extra.
Oh yeah, they'll take it from you,
right?
As much as they can.
And then after that, then it's like, okay, if we use it past April, then you'll get royalty. Every
But Todd and Eric, they're like, I mean, they've ever since football. Then they've always been kind of following my journey, and they've been supportive and stuff. So it was like,
that's good.
It's been something where it was like,
shout out Todd and Eric.
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like it,
man. So check it. So going forward, just I mean, with you and just music. I know obviously you dropped an album. I think this year, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then again, like I know obviously this is kind of also helping push that momentum. What do you got in plans? I know summer's just kind of really starting, you know what I'm saying? So what's Denham got in store
busy
for the summer,
season,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, summer's busy season. I love it because you're playing, but also like like one of these summers, I'm gonna take off and just have a summer again. You know,
It's been a minute since you've had a summer, probably in a minute.
Yeah.
but it's mostly shows. I'm trying to like just constantly just release as much music as possible. You know, I want to keep up the two to three songs a month if I can. You know, I'll take a little break the past like month or two, but like I want to make sure I'm still on top of that. Just because that's what like through all the business and all like the bullshit, you know what I mean? Like put music out is what you really love to do.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's still a passion for you. It's not quite. I mean, I guess you obviously there's a business aspect to it, but it's still a passion for you releasing music, recording music. I always ask every artist, pretty much what we have, so when it comes to the whole music thing, is it creating the music that's more like the more passionate side of you, or is it performing the music, the finished product for you?
I think, ultimately in the day, like I'm like, damn. They go, I love them both equally, you know what I mean? Because while I'm writing it, I'm thinking about how I'm performing it. You know what I mean? Like, you got
the vision, you see the crowd, this is be a dope spot where they're going to jump in.
Yeah, you know, like, and so, like, but you literally, ultimately, though, like, end of the day, I like to be in front of people, you know? I like to be showing them, because, like, writing it can be stressful a lot of times. It can be a lot of stuff, but, like, when you're up there showing the finished product, you're basically showing a piece of your history to people, you know what I mean? And so, like, you can portray that the way, and so with the open format of music, you can portray it in its like highest form that you possibly can. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, I've been following your path. I mean, obviously we crossed paths a few times when you used to originally live in Aberdeen. We did like a couple of shows. We ran through like Jeezy was there. Yeah. We did. I don't remember other show we did. Maybe we ran across the path. But you've been doing music for a long while. So has hip hop always been like your number one focus or genre, or do you do other genres of music as well?
I like to say that I'm a musician that just does hip hop sometimes. You know what I mean? That
sure.
I'll do like I cross over into EDM, cross over into like
I think that's
R&B.
probably where I heard you the first time wasn't a hip hop track.
Yeah.
Oh, right?
Yeah, I think that's the first time I heard you. I was like,
That's different.
This is dope. It's different. I think you had a cowboy hat on. Am I mistaken?
He said, I don't recall.
Fedora.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
Said the cowboy hat.
Yeah, the fedora on. Yeah, I remember when I first peeped, I said, okay, we out here with the fedora. Right, we good. But I don't know why in my head I thought it was a cowboy hat.
Hey, South Dakota.
Yeah. I said, all right, what you rapping? I ain't even mad. Let's go.
For sure.
And then when I started hearing you hip hop, I said, that's when it clicked for me. I said, yeah, he's a student, man. He's a musician. You know what I mean? He's part of it. You know, that's different, because that's different. You know what I mean? Like, there's rappers.
Yeah. There's musical
and then there's artists.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so that is when I was like, yeah, Denham's an artist, bro. Like, you could tell you take it seriously. You're looking for storytelling. You're doing the thing, right? And there's not a lot of rappers, right, that do that kind of thing. And that I've always been more leaning towards artists over rappers.
Yeah.
Because you just hear that, for me, the lack of respect for the art. Yeah. When they just get out there and they just putting words together. You know what I mean?
Well, for sure.
But when somebody can take you on a journey energetically, even performance wise, energetically, you feel it like it's a fun show, and it's not like this act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a big one for me. Is like just to be able to separate. To watch you separate, act, right, and be performing, that's different.
Yeah.
You know, some people just be acting up there, man. I've been around this block a couple times, you know, in both worlds of what they would call secular and then Christian hip hop music and performing with rock bands and all kinds of things, right? And you're going, yo, you don't even talk like that, bro. Like. Yeah. How? Where that came from?
Who's this guy right here?
Bro, like we in the green room and we talking like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you get on the mic and you started going, y'all accent. Ready for this? Bro! You ain't even got an accent, bro. All right, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. I'm cool. Sure.
So, but I mean, going back to your artistry though, I mean, do you like, so outside of, again, you said you're a musician that occasionally does hip hop. So what other do you do instruments? Do you play actual when you creating your sound? Are you playing instruments, making beats? What does all the Denham do besides writing music and performing music?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just depends on whatever the song calls for. I play bass guitar. I'll only say I play bass guitar. I mean, I can BS with other instruments. You know what I mean? But if you had to call me to play a gig, I'd have to play bass. You know what I mean? So I play that, and then and I mess on online Ableton. I build some stuff. It just depends on what the song calls for. If I'm looking for certain things, I try to do as much as I can by myself. Because otherwise, you have to pay or spend, people's time or something. You know what I mean? So I try to do everything I can do, but then after that, I outsource people that I feel that that I trust, or a few people I know that spend as much time doing that specific thing as I have writing songs. You know what I mean? Right, to try to work with for stuff like that.
100%. I mean, I know building relationships is always one of those things within I'll say hip hop because that's mainly what I'm familiar with. But building relationships in any aspect of anything is going to be your bread and butter as far as continuing that momentum, continuing that vision, and whatnot. So, who are some of the relationships that you've made, throughout your career making music? You know what I'm saying, that you have from the beginning that you have till now, or maybe even some new connections that you've made that have been vital in the Denham journey?
Yeah, I guess mostly I feel like a lot of the most vital connections I have are the people that work with me. You know what I mean? That work when we go out on. My buddy Corey Vasquez, he DJs for me. He's a partner of mine in our entertainment company as well too, and he's been there for me since years ago, and we grind out stuff together. You know what I mean? I found the most valuable thing I could do in developing relationships with work relationships is be able to bring something to the table for people that I may not be able to bring. I mean, besides that may look at me and think that, what can they do for you? You know what I mean? Right. And so I try to find some way to do that. And then after that, I always try to understand people having a Midwest work ethic. You just work is separate from your personal life kind of, And so when you're working with people, they can tell you're just working and you're not making it bigger than it is, or not you know what I mean? And so I try to go in and get the job done, be punctual, try the most part. And then end of the day, a lot of times those people continue to work with you. And then after you work for a while, then you just start developing relationships. Yeah. And so the ones I have stuck with are the ones that I've worked with for a while. And because, if you work with somebody and they just bullshitting the whole time, you're man, I like this dude, but I can't stand this one when I work with them. You know what I mean? Right. And so I just try to be somebody that they like to work with. Because even at work, you can be somebody you never hang out with and never seen before, but you be man, we're going to get beers. Come on with. It's a rough day at work. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah, I never hang out with this dude ever. This shit just goes left immediately. We walk outside this door and it goes left. I come over to his house I gotta go. Yeah, see you later.
Don't believe
that means I work too much.
I just know too much about things, man. You know what I mean? When I know too much, I just got questions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and he don't never want to answer questions.
No.
Never want to answer questions.
I ask the questions around you. You feel me?
Hey, so take us through there's a couple questions that are floating around in my head, right? So first, how do you manage, especially in the music biz, dealing with people working with different DJs, promoters, other artists? How do you manage ego? You know what I mean? And how does that work for you? And then take us through a time where it was I don't know if this music thing is it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those moments?
Yeah,
where you felt I don't even think this music thing is it. So touch on both in whatever order, but those are two things that I really want to tap in with you. Is okay, especially when you're dealing with so many different hands and different types, right?
Different genres, for sure.
Different genres, right? You popping in. How do you manage not only your own ego, right, but dealing with the different types of egos and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, musicians are definitely divas, for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
We've had a few on here.
Yeah.
It's but the thing I've just kind of noticed is that as long as I don't go in, I just be myself for the most part. I just be myself, and I go in, and obviously every relationship you meet, especially if it's somebody from the business, it's a very small business once you really start doing it, you know. You obviously want to be cool with people, But at the same time too, it's like not everybody's gonna be for you. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so as long as you just like be yourself, and like as long as you're not, you're genuine, and you're like conscious of like other people's, you know, like what they're feeling or situations, and like, you know, sometimes like musicians, like their time is like, you know, spent doing. They work all the time. You might be working at 3 o'clock in the morning, or work at 8 a.m. or whatever. So like sometimes like I'll be hitting the producer up, and I'm supposed to be getting like, you know, this beat or something like that, or I'm supposed to get like this engineer's supposed to send me back some vocals or something, you know. But like he ended up having like his grandma pass away or something or something like that, and he don't tell you, but you just don't hear from him for a couple weeks because they talking with so many people, and they're just like that. And like sometimes other musicians get offended and they get upset and they get like, oh, you know. And I just always been impatient with people. You know, especially musicians, like you just gotta be patient with them, you know, and eventually at the end of the day, like, you know, they'll appreciate you for that, you know what I mean?
Communication is key. Don't go ghost on me, cause I come find you.
Hey, I got a story.
We don't play that. We don't play those games. Continue.
No, but that's good, and I think that's an important message, especially for the young artists coming up, right? If you can outpatient somebody, you can build a relationship, right? If you lead with patience, you lead with empathy, you lead with compassion, people will remember that, right? Because what's that saying? They may not remember your name, but they're gonna remember how you made them feel, right?
Yeah.
And so when they see you, they're like, that dude, man, he a cool, he's straight up dude.
For sure. For sure.
So that's good. That's a good a gem for the young artists up and coming to hold on to. But now let's talk about that part, right? Where was there a time for you where you're like, I don't know if this is it. Like maybe you lost the stomach for a little bit, or what was the hardest time for you during music?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, like, I mean, for me, it's like a constant battle. You know, I like, you know, there's days doing this stuff where I'm like, I could just go get a job and be killing it right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and like, you know, but like, there's other days though where like, but yet it seems to always at some point in time like reassure me that like, yo,
you're on the right
just
path.
keep going, you know. And like, I mean, I built a living off it, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could be, you know, working some job, you know, some sales job, and making, you know, a couple $100K a year and stuff. And like, am I really be happy, or like I'm doing all right and live my dream, you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
I always had that
So
what if,
it's
that what if in the back of your head though too, for sure. If you decided to ever let go and go a different direction, for sure.
And also, I mean, the thing about music is like doing what you love is easy, but life is what is hard,
for sure.
And so like when that hits, that's what separates people from that make it music and don't, is life. You know what I mean?
How you balance it? How are you balancing right now? How are you balancing life and music, so that there's harmony there versus
mayhem? Yeah.
Right.
That's a great question, but I've just built my life around music.
Yeah.
Every aspect of everything I do, I try to make sure that it's like spent towards accomplishing this goal. Whether it's like, you know, like even like when I was like working, I bartended for a long time, you know, a long time. So every once in a while, every once in a while, like concerts and stuff like that. But like, you know, but with that though, it was allowing me to like work a job that I could leave for 2 months and come back and work.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I had to find the best situation for it. Like, you know, a place so I can be like the least amount of time and most amount of money kind of thing. And like, but there's things that kind of build to that. But like, that allowed me to still do this all times. And so like, obviously this is, you know, 10 years later, you know, and it's like slowly I would just start working less and less and less, doing more music, you know what I mean?
More music, for sure.
More and more music, more finding more different avenues like that, you know, and like avenues like that revolve around it. Like, you know, we started DJ business, and we started like, you know, doing songwriting, like doing like everything evolved around music. Not every day am I writing a song or performing, but I'm like, everything I'm doing revolves around music, you know?
For sure. And again, I mean, even just like I said, talking about your evolution and your journey, you know what I'm saying? You going from, you know, performing like, you know, one chord mic, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of a VFW or whatever, to now you're doing full ensemble, like live band. You got, you know, you say bass, you got jazz, you got all these different, you know, instruments coming together to produce your sound, and you presenting that performance, that final package, as we would say. And again, as you say, you've been music. I mean, like I said, I feel like I've known you more than 10 years, but just for you, and you saying 10 years of time that you've been focusing on, like really honing in that music and making that music really like the business aspect and carving out those avenues and those lanes for yourself. Like it's been a hell of a journey for you, to say the least. And I've been seeing you flourish, and I'm just glad you getting to that point now, and you can see that, you know what I'm saying, it's starting to pay off for yourself. So salute you, man, and all that, and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
for real.
So what are some things? What's some things you working on? Got the irons in the fire. I know you got the new album. Are there some people, some tours coming up? People can catch you on. And then what's your favorite part about that? You know what I mean? What's your favorite part about touring? What's your favorite part about doing shows or the travel? I got so many crazy stories from just traveling. Like that's the best.
Yeah,
I think road tripping.
It's the best and the worst.
Oh man, yeah. Depends on who you with, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if it's you being nowhere, I mean, it could be a problem.
It could be an issue.
It could be an issue.
It could be an issue.
Somebody might be getting pulled over.
It's all right.
It could either happen.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We have no record of that at all.
Somebody might be getting hemmed up by somebody auntie. It could happen.
Hey,
right?
Hey, shout out Tank.
Shout out Tank.
For sure. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so going to any the up and coming Denham situations that are coming up that we can look forward to, and then again elaborate on your albums, some music for us.
Yeah, if you're looking for something like locally, actually I got a show, so I got a couple shows coming up. We're doing the Levitt on July 19th.
That's what's up.
And then we're doing the Wiley's Block Party on the 26th. That's like this country group called Low Cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then besides that, those are the two in Sioux Falls. But we got a couple festivals we're playing. Playing Electric Forest this year. It's like out in Michigan.
That's
what's
like
up. We got an EDM festival out there. It's like a chance to play with my buddy Aquanimus up there for as a guest performer. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just like you can check me out on my website, denham-music.com.
For sure.
Have all my dates on there as well. Or follow me on social media at Denham 3 times, Denham. You know.
Who's the best rapper? Denham, and Denham.
I spit hot fire.
I rhyme and I rip.
I rip and I rhyme.
For sure.
Denham, who do you like? I like Denham.
But yeah, so I was constantly, you know, we're out there. If you're from around, just come check it out. Like, chances are we'll probably be somewhere where you're at somewhere in the next few years. You know what I mean?
Doing something bigger and better every time, for sure.
Get to this road talk, man. What's your favorite part about traveling, touring, doing that thing?
The road stuff, man, for sure is just the banter with the fellas. You know, there's nothing better than that, because you're in front of strangers all the time and new people you meet all the time and stuff. So like having that constant all around, and like having and the people that you're with, you got people that like I said, they got to work well with you. You know what I mean? And so like you're all getting the job done, and then after that, if you're getting the job done every day, day in, day out, it's like you're just enjoying it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
so we don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but I think what he was really asking is, what are the groupie stories that he wanted to get into? We living vicariously through Manny, so it's
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me.
Feel free to elaborate or don't. It's again, it's your time. Feel free to share any type of story.
Yeah, I do got a girl.
Yeah.
So we don't worry about that. We're gonna strike that out the.
We're not even. What are groupies? We don't even know what those are.
Yeah, no.
Is that with a J? Did you start that with a J? I don't know what that is.
Those are the ones you send to go use some water from.
Yeah, we got some groupies out there.
Carry on.
But I do got some stories though. And I'll give you a couple stories.
Yeah, man. Because I just think most of the time, people forget that part, right? Like, because really travel is work. Like, I think
100%.
people, they underestimate that part. Like, when you gone, I just remember doing a summer being constantly gone. Yeah, man, this is getting old after a while. Yeah. So having the right people around you, like you were talking about, is extremely important so that you can have some kind of balance. But talking about you got a girl. I don't know how long y'all been together, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? How are you balancing that, right? Because I know you said you design everything around music. So I don't know how long y'all been together.
It's about 8 months now.
Okay, so she know.
Yeah, she came into it.
She came into it knowing that this is what you do.
Yeah. I've known her for like probably closer to like 7-8 years or so.
Okay, cool.
So, but she's very patient with me.
That's what's up. That's what's
very
up.
patient with me, and
there go that word again came up.
Yeah,
Patience, for sure.
Patience.
It's
Ladies, Patience.
Listen,
The word of the day is
patience, kids.
for sure. For sure.
Hey,
For
it takes a special girl to date a musician.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Or
For sure.
any type of man of
A purpose. You know what I'm
of
saying?
purpose
Yeah.
and substance
Facts. Yeah.
and consequence, right? When you have a man that's out here trying to do some things, whether it be community, whether it be music, whether it be sports, right?
Yeah.
And there's a goal
You're gonna
to
be
be that
Yeah.
that partner.
It's gonna be some level of sacrifice for sure.
You gotta sacrifice,
Yeah.
right? And you gotta understand, time is not gonna be
a
in
luxury.
quantity.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a luxury to have
right?
at all times.
You gotta have quality over the quantity because especially summertime.
Oh yeah,
It's the worst time,
peak,
right?
peak
Yeah.
season for sure.
Yeah.
You know, so does she travel with you sometimes?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's what's up.
She got a 9 to 5 though too, so I mean sometimes it's like a weekend thing, you know, like
Yeah, for
go
sure.
in the hills for a couple or Friday, Saturday to play, you know.
Right.
Come out.
That's what's
Work
up.
in a cabin or something, you know what I mean? Stay
That's
out
what's
there.
up. So you
Yeah.
he still find the balance within the mayhem of
got
coordinating
to,
that
man.
Yeah.
music. So for sure.
And please, ladies, like please don't deal with a music dude and then be like, so if you had to choose.
This rap shit,
Between-
God. No, I'm playing. No, I mean,
Like, what if it was like it was me or the music? Like, what would you? Like, don't do that.
Hey,
You're gonna get hurt.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, there's some fellas though, I'm like, you better pick her.
yeah. No, that's big facts.
Hey, that was a shot.
Yeah,
I don't know
big
who
facts.
he was talking about.
Yeah, big
but
facts.
If you felt that, it was you.
Yeah,
He was talking about you.
if the shoe fit, where
He
is
said,
it?
look, man,
get you right.
This ain't gonna work.
Yeah. You better
You
fall
might
back.
as well fall back, stay home, bro.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Hey, Cole had Big Shirley, so.
Hey, for what?
But this is just a real quick touch back. I mean, Denham, I mean, obviously said you have a long musical history, and obviously being within the state of South Dakota, whatever, you know, we don't have a lot of, longevity with hip hop heads. I mean, actually we do have a few, but you know what I'm saying, I'm seeing like new and up and coming artists and having that longevity and doing things. So who are some of the artists that you've worked with or maybe plan to work with in the future that you can see, in your near present future
Out of South Dakota?
or anywhere? I'm just saying.
Just in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was just out in London shooting a video with this guy I met out in LA. His name was goes by Fonty.
Okay.
He was like signed with Tyler Yahweh. And Razor Boy. And we got a song coming out. We shot the video out in London. They're coming up. They're actually playing. So they're playing me this Friday. I'm bringing them to town here.
That's what's
So
up.
clearly he don't have any charges pending.
Yeah, for sure.
You can go to London.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's
I'm
okay, go
glad
to
you cleared
Canada.
that up. man.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Passport, come up, Mark.
No
Wait a
charges.
minute, sir.
Wait a minute. Did you see Denham 3 times? Denham.
Denham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
we
you.
was coming back from, we stopped in Iceland. We had to lay over there for 24 hours.
Jeez.
And so we stayed there and we came back to the customs on the way out. And they go there and we're like, yeah, y'all got to go to the extra search. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
man,
I go to the extra
immediately.
search. Yeah, I was sitting there, I'm waiting in line. I look back, everybody brown in line. I was
It's like,
Sir, you with the
I see,
dreads.
I see what the fuck y'all doing.
it was a random
And I
search
do
right
not-
now. I was like,
I do not.
I want you to take your dreads. I mean, your bags over there, sir.
It's like-
but my buddy Carlos who travels with me though, he just got this big old beard. He's a Mexican dude, but he took his passport picture and he looked like straight
Yeah.
Al Qaeda, bro.
yeah,
man.
I was like, we
Middle
getting
East.
stopped everywhere.
It's like, look,
Messing with you, Carlos.
like, dog, you can't come next time,
You
bro.
can't come no more, man. Shave your beard.
he just got his passport for that trip too, and he sent it to me. He's like, "Damn, I don't know about this one."
They're gonna check my shoes and everything.
Yeah, over and over
Yeah.
again. Like you got to wear slippers now when you get traveling.
For sure.
Damn. So talk. Let's talk about. Like he was talking about the up and coming artists. Or are you in the local scene wise? Who is there somebody that's got your ear that you kind of keeping an eye on right now locally, and that you want to give a shout out to, or somebody you may want to work with locally?
I mean, locally, honestly, like I'm trying to keep my eye out with somebody. I'm trying to find another person that reminds me kind of myself. You know what I mean? We was having a talk earlier. It's just that it's tough sometimes to to like understand people that do music for fun. When you do it for a living, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I know vice versa. I know they don't quite understand either. But like, and so like I see a lot of them like, you know, like I'll go check out shows. Like, I always pop out. I pop out a lot of local shows all the time. Like people don't realize that or so, but I always go pop out to see. And when I do, like you see, I can see right away if it's like, you know, like if it's real or not. You know what I mean? Kind of. Yeah. And if they 100%. Are, if it is, like I mean, like you know, I do like I would. Even for my business too, I would like to work with like some artists and like help book them shows, or like you know like I'm building my own recording studio, like you know record a couple of them. But like the thing is though is that like if I spend that time has to be valuable. I'm not wasting time. You know, I'm not gonna like it's like when you start working with people that are like you know that are like bigger in the industry, they work with you like basically like you are so self-sufficient. Yep. That you don't need nobody, and that's when everyone wants to work with you. You know what I mean? That's when it's like they want to work with like they need to work with you and they don't need to work with you. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. You know? And so like
it's like a self-sustaining ecosystem. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't need my help, but I would love to work with you to give you that extra other light that I'm giving you without even doing much besides just featuring or collaborating with you. You know what I'm saying? And I think what you're touching on is like I don't want to carry nobody. Right. I'm not finna put all this time in you and make you do this and make you do this, make you this. And
they don't feel like they care about it. Like that's the biggest part, right? Yeah. I remember trying to work or find like something new, like to really get behind, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody new. Cause you start to go, okay, I'm about to be on my way out here a little bit, right? Yeah. Who can I who's the new hot pass this torch to? And then you like, bro, where's your work ethic? Like nothing drive me more crazy, and this is just me, it's just preference, right? But if I say, yo, we got this song, I send you the beat. I might even send you the beat with the hook and my verse on it already.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Come to the studio Friday, whatever. Boom. You show up and you want to write at the studio, bro.
Or you late to the studio.
Late. Yeah, you late to the studio.
Or you bring 15 people with you.
And then you're like, yo, I want to get in the field, so I want to write in the jump.
Yeah, like,
homie.
Yeah.
This work.
Yeah, this is the time you're on the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't need you coming up with ideas now. Yeah. And for me, that lets me know like
how serious
you in it for what it looked like.
Yeah, and the wrong reason.
100%. And don't get me wrong, like I feel like when I first started getting into it, I was in for that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But then but I really loved the music and I fell in love with the music. And once music and I found our bond, that was when my music started doing well. You know what I mean? That's when I understand the business.
And that's the way it is. I think that's the way the universe is musically, right? Like if you even look at the industry, if you not really about that life, you in and out. You replaceable. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's somebody who has that thing that they love, that this is their passion, right? Those tend to be the ones that know how to evolve and continue with longevity. And being easily replaceable, some of these dudes don't understand how impactful that's going to be for the next person, right? You showing them the lottery ticket mindset, right? And then you go broke, and all they get to see is the first little hot spot. Oh, I hit the lottery. I hit the lottery. Flash. Bro, what they not looking at is now they gone.
Yeah.
Like you lasted a month, bro. Yeah. Which is like a year in music. You lasted a month, bro, and it's over right now.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to do what it looked like, versus what you feel and what it is. You know what I mean?
And that's the worst part of the industry, though, because like everybody, they think it's all relationships. Like, oh, I know somebody's gonna put me on, but that's how you end up at Diddy's house. You know what I mean? Like that's how. That's like, because you ain't. Because you are not bringing any money to the table. You're just trying to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's going to make your dream happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to make your dream come true. And I'm going to put you on. Like, no, you're going to be doing some weird shit because they're going to own everything about you. Yep. You wonder why you ain't getting paid and you want to get paid more. And they'd be like, you got to go back and ask
ask
from
more questions.
ask daddy for money and shit. You know what I mean?
For sure. I kind of analogy that I always use all the time too is that no man in a limo is gonna pull up with a big ass publisher clearinghouse check and be like, I want you.
I want you to do
Otherwise, like you said, you're gonna end up at Diddy's crib. Watch out for that.
Speaking of,
like
you brought it up.
Perfect segue.
You brought it up. Denham.
But it's for real. Like no business. You go on Shark Tank. Businesses have to show revenue. They have to show touring history. You have to show, hey, this is how much money I'm making off of music right now.
By myself,
and there's a lot of ways to do it. You could be by placements online. You could be touring. You can be whatever. But you got to be shown that you actually are doing something. And then you go to a table and they're like, wow, I can take your business from being like a $200,000 a year business into being like 1.5 million, you know what I mean? And we'll give you 7 of it, and we keep 8 or something like shit. That's when it comes in to play, and that's how it happens. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
How does one end up in Diddy's? I just want to tell you. I mean, Denham said it. I ain't saying D.
Yeah, listen, he brought it up. So
he brought it up, man. You trying to blame me? I ain't say it. Denham said
10 million for 10 minutes.
Listen, sometimes you gotta tell Diddy no.
No,
we're not partying
Cat
today.
Williams said,
We can't party.
no.
For sure.
Listen, okay, so now here's the thing, right? Like, have you? Speaking of sleazeballs, have you run into, let's say, a promoter, producer, somebody that's like they like what you're doing? And they want to get in on it. They want to say, "I'm gonna help you, try to move along," but you felt all kinds of Diddiness.
Red flags.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Diddiness, but I've had a couple people approach me and like they've sent me like contracts, and the contracts is literally like the thing with like myself is that my name is my name.
Yeah.
I don't got a fake name.
Yeah.
Right.
So if like I gotta be careful about contracts, so I'm signing that. I sign with my actual name. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so they'll hit me with stuff, and it's basically like, yo, like I just don't have a name anymore. You own me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like, and like, I've been I approached like one guy too, and he puts on huge concerts around, and like, I could be playing probably a lot of bigger shows, maybe with it, but like looking at the deal, it was like I'm not gonna make any money out this. This don't make no sense.
You're giving up too much just to be on doing more what you already doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel that for sure.
But it's like also like it wasn't like a thing of respect of me having any money or bringing any money to the table in general. I'm like, yo, I played 80 shows last year. You know what I mean? Like, here's some revenue like generated. You know what I mean? Like, there's something to bring to the table. I'm not just gonna like give you my whole business. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Whatever kind of shit.
You gotta watch out for those Kevin O'Leary types that want to give you the terrible deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people like that just like make music like for fun that think that like some deal's gonna happen, and I'm like, you are so far from a deal.
Yeah. Right.
That like you just need to keep making music and put out content. Like you know what I mean? Just keep doing that.
So tell the artist saying no. Like how if you had to, again, we always try to when we bring artists on and we got guests, we want them to not only get to know you, but giving people that's coming up some of the blueprints, some of the playbook. The artist saying no. Like how do you get some, or how do you teach somebody, yo, not every deal is a good deal. How do you tell somebody no? And especially in that situation, this guy, he came to you. You know he's got shows set up that's gonna be big.
Yeah, big
right?
shows.
Yeah.
How do you tell him no? What was the key thing that said, okay, this is a no for me?
I mean, a key thing in that aspect was just like honestly the way that he was speaking to me. The way that they're like, it wasn't like I worked a lot of different people in this industry, and that. You can tell when somebody's speaking to you with respect or not. You know what I mean? And like, and the way he was speaking to me was like, I was like, if you're coming to me, and you want me to be this, then you see something in me,
right?
That you know what I mean, that you respect, and so you just treat me with respect. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
If you don't, then it's like you just trying to, I just like I don't care how much money that this deal can make. If you're laying in bed with somebody you fucking hate or you can't be in bed with, you might as well like. Sign out. You might as well just put a bullet in your head at that point in time. You know what I mean? Like I've seen artists that literally like I had an artist tell me, and he was like on MTV back in the day. He's been playing around and stuff, and like he told me he was like, I feel like a caged animal at the zoo. He's like, I'm in a box all the time. I'm in a studio. I'm in a green room. I'm in a van or I'm in a a bus or whatever. Yep. He's like I'm in a box all the time, and then the only time that people want me to come out and be me is to come perform in front of people. Yep. Right. He's like, I feel like I'm literally I'm in the circus, cage animal circus, and every time it's like here to show and then back in your cage, and he had signed a deal to where they call 360 agreements.
Oh, right? Talk about it.
Let them know. And so not everybody even know what that is.
Yeah. And so like a 360 deal is basically like, in the music industry, you can make money off of touring, off of streaming, off of appearances, off of merch, so they basically get money off of everything that involves who you are and what you do as with pertains to you and your music, right? And so he
not you.
And well then
you have nothing
100%. And what they'll do is they'll give you loans.
Yep.
And they'll give you loans where it's like, hey, you're telling like, okay, here's a $4 million loan to build your next tour. You see the tour is going to make I think it's going to make, 20 million or whatever. I'm just hypotheticals, But anyway, so he got into this loan and he was still growing as a musician, you know what I mean? Also hadn't had a lot of experience at this level. So he has a lot of learning. And anytime you budget for something, it's always going to cost extra or some shit, you know what I mean? And so they start kind of not doing as well. Well, then after that, the label was like, hey, it's not doing as well. And he's having trouble paying it back. And they're like, well, we think this song's more your style, so you should do more songs like this, and then we'll put you on tour with somebody else, right? Yep. And at first he's probably like, okay, cool, yeah, no problem, whatever, you know what I mean? I can do that right now, do that, But then they turn to this and this and this and this, and eventually it's they're telling him what he needs to make, who he needs to play with, and playing this, make the songs they want, and all of a sudden he's losing himself as a musician completely. Yep. And the dude just fell heavy into drugs and heavy and all that stuff.
Take a turn for the worse, for sure.
He
completely lost.
Yeah. Or they'll find some of these young kids in these cities that are popping off because they're 16, 17 years old. They're selling a ton. They're making money, showing up in all these nice waves. So everybody knows them and stuff. They're dropping music. It's all popping off. They come in, they offer them hey, I'll give you $1 million to tour for the next year, 2 years. And they're like, oh, I never seen no legit money like that. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Same thing, yep.
Yeah, this label ends up making 50, 60, 70 million off them or 100 million off them. They're only getting $1 million, but then they're like, okay, well, you had to pay for this fee, you had to pay for this fee, all this stuff. Well, they have the money. Well, these people don't know anything about business or how to do anything with the money, so they just spend all their money back on trapping again and try to get their money back to pay the stuff back. And next thing you know, you have a Juice WRLD situation or something like that. You know what I mean?
Vicious cycle for sure.
And again, I call that the Don King view, right? One of the most popular Don King techniques is he gonna show up to your crib with a duffel bag full of money.
Yeah.
Right? He gonna say, "Look, man, I want you to fight." I know he know you ain't ready. Yeah. He know you out of it.
But you see
that
he gonna
show you this duffel bag full of couple 300,000, right? And then, man, I'm gonna give this to you up front. You gonna make X amount of money. You sign this contract. He billing you $300,000 for towels and trainers, and right. And next thing you know, that fight purse that you thought you had
is split down to splinters.
It's over because he charged you for everything. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that upcoming artists aren't even thinking about because they want the look. Yeah. Right.
And that's a gem though too that you kind of touched on is make sure you review that contract.
Read the words.
If you don't have people around you that know how to read contracts, go get you a lawyer, do your thing because it's going to obviously pay off in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But before we get out of here, the question we always like to ask every artist that we come through here, you know what I'm saying? We got Mount Rushmore in our state, and we'll give you a free one because, we always got to give you a free one. So who is Denham's top 4 artists on no context, just your top 4 artists, and you can have
we'll raise you a crazy horse.
Yeah.
You get an extra one.
You building your music Mount Rushmore. You get 4, and then he can say he give you a crazy horse.
My 4, just me personally.
Yeah. No context. It's just you.
I mean, honestly, it sucks because the way some people panned out to be, you know what I mean?
I feel
you know what I mean? Just like family.
But it's your list. You don't gotta explain nothing.
But I would say Maxwell.
Okay.
One of mine up there.
Wow. Okay. Nah, because I'm sitting there looking at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Light skinned niggas is out of control, man. I'm one of them. I get it.
Shit. Isn't that the cappuccino called the cappuccino? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, continue. My bad.
Big Music Soul Child fan.
Winning.
Right.
I can tell you right now, I'm not shocked.
Continue.
I gotta throw Wayne up there.
Okay.
I was a big, you know.
Absolutely.
I was 2009, grade high school.
Yeah.
You know,
you would learn to rock if you didn't.
if you was there, if you was there, you know what the fuck we're talking about. Ain't nobody taking over like that.
Wayne gave birth to all these. Everybody. Bro. Like, let's just stop.
Any of his song was like, yo, remix it, put Wayne on it, it'll be bigger. It'll be bigger. Yeah.
But do you get Wayne though?
Yeah.
Like, you just heard him everywhere.
Again, if you think about that, I'll let you.
Yeah, continue.
And then
Maxwell,
You said Maxwell,
Music Soul
Wayne,
Child.
Music Soul Child.
All right, cool. Continue.
Wayne, R. Kelly.
Okay.
Bro.
Listen.
Listen.
All the time.
Bro.
We're separating the artist
This is what I tell
from the
people.
person.
I
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
look, I rock with R. Kelly.
The
You
music.
can't.
Robert Kelly?
Yeah, I don't know
Kiss
it.
my
I
ass.
don't know that name. I don't know him.
R,
The R.
the aura,
The hard aura.
the hard aura.
No Diddy.
Oh man, one of the greatest songwriters to ever do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
He wrote for Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, you said I wrote for Mike. Just say that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's
I wrote for Michael.
That's a credential that a lot of people can't say. You know
And
what
if
I'm
y'all don't know who Michael is, y'all way too fucking young.
yeah.
If I just, cause I shouldn't have to say his last name.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I say Michael, you know what I'm talking about.
you see, Will I Am's on Drink Champs.
Nuh-uh.
No.
Oh, yo, he's talking about Michael, how he got invited to this Prince show, but then
I
Michael's
did
come up
see
there.
that.
No, I know.
I did see that.
Michael said Prince tried to run him over the car.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Light skin rivalry been going way back.
man.
And the messed up thing is like Mike really wasn't light skinned, but he made himself that way. So, but now he's in that demographic. Anyway.
You ever hear Mike talk with his real voice? People be messed up.
Yeah.
Mike got a real voice.
Yeah, for sure.
People don't know that. They're like, oh my God, guys, you're so crazy. That is not Mike.
Yeah, that's the presenter Mike.
Mike sound like oh my Cuddy from Dead Presidents with the hey baby girl. There go my baby girl. That's how Mike Jackson.
For sure.
Hey, okay, but now remember you earned you a crazy horse. Who's the fifth? Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Oh man,
Better not say Eric Benet. He like, we just gonna keep it all light skin.
It's like
We gonna keep it all the way light skin out here.
Oh yeah, Crazy Horse. I'm probably gonna say, man, damn, there's so many. Let's say there's so many of them out there.
exactly.
I mean, if I'm throwing a whole nother, I could throw a whole other genre out there.
Do you think? It's your
list. It's your list.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say Luda.
Luda?
I like
Luda.
Again, light skinned kid.
I
It's
do
all
know
good.
it.
Look, he kept
Hey,
it true
T,
to
like-
the course. He threw Wayne in there just for a little spot. I feel you. Nah,
Wesley Snipes turning over turntables.
But salute though. I mean, that's true to form of like you said where he was raised and how he where his music kind of picked music.
Yeah, if you know Denham, if you know any of his music, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are
100%.
huge influences.
Yeah.
You can see it not only from performance,
Musicality.
music,
Yeah.
art, look, the whole thing, right? You know what I mean?
100%.
Light skins is winning again.
And real quick. So I obviously we know we had the epic beef between Drake and Kendrick. You know,
Yeah.
that's the kind of question we want to ask.
Speaking of another person that was birthed from Lil Wayne, people don't get that twisted,
Hey,
please.
for
right?
sure, for sure.
There was no Drake without
Yeah,
Weezy.
100%.
Can we please stop?
Yeah.
Don't ever be trying to play. Well,
There's no Nicki. There's no Tiger.
Right, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
no.
Like all that, yo.
And
Who's
it-
better,
and
Weezy or
then
Drake? Shut up. That's his daddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shut your mouth.
That's how big Wayne was.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
100%.
Like
100%.
Wayne puked. Drake.
Is I'm sorry.
And
Is
Drake.
yeah.
So I mean, based on your list, are you team Drake just because he's related?
Oh, he's
to
light skinned?
Wayne?
Nah.
Or were you team Kendrick during the whole
Yo,
beef?
hey, from the beginning of that beef, from the beginning of it, I stood on Kendrick. I was like, yo, this is like. But the thing was though, honestly, it got hella corny.
Yeah.
It got so corny. It got so
We was
corny.
talking about that.
Like it's like it for a minute. It's almost like lost the craft just for the
We were just talking about that.
just for the drama, the clickbait, the crap like that, you know. So I mean, I obviously Kendrick's winning. Look at the numbers, look at that stuff, you know. But like, it's man, I want. There's gonna be somebody one day that's gonna come out that's authentic like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's gonna come out like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're gonna in that same scenario, and it's gonna just like set the world on fire. I promise you.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
What's your What's your take on beefs? Have you been in them? Had music beefs? What's your take on? Has anybody tried to take a shot at Denham and you was like, I'm not even.
Yeah, the thing is like, I've had people. Some people do. Mostly people from like here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, locally.
But honestly, like, I mean, I don't even like. I don't play no shows. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. So I don't. Like, can't ever see.
Let me invite you to my show so you get some ears.
Where you gonna play this song at? First off, it's like,
who's listening to this?
Oh my god.
Second off, like I honestly, I have so much of my own shit to do. Like, you know, where I just like, you know, I don't know. Like people with always like it's mostly rappers that do that. They're all like, oh yeah, or they like try to like battle me, or like, or they try to show up to me, or they rap to me in public and shit. And I'm like, I'm out with my girl right now, dog. Like I'm out, you know, kind of thing,
sure.
you know. But yeah.
You're not getting on with Denham like that.
No.
I mean, he's basically telling you, don't approach me like this, man.
He said Denham.
That's
Denham.
Yo,
And my crazy horse is Denham.
For sure. But hey, before we get out of here, let them know where we can find you at, all your social media, all the good things they can click and like and do all the stuff they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Social media, whatever you follow me on, Denham, that name 3 times. On any platform for music you listen on, check it out, Denham. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for shouting me out.
IG, TikTok, any of the other stuff you got going?
Yeah, all that.
It's all Denham.
Yeah, the name, same name 3 times, right there. So
Make it super easy, man.
Yeah.
Just do with us, damn it.
Yeah.
Like,
Click.
There's a little thing.
And share and like.
Subscribe.
Make sure you comment and tag Manny and tell him tell him anything you need to tell him about all the things.
KD, he loves DMs.
No, I don't respond. They stay in there.
He likes pictures. I
No,
don't know.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We know Denham likes pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you light skin, you win. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Hey, he's checking for you, but hey.
He's checking for you. If you light skin, you win, baby.
But we for the record, man, we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in again. Salute.
Peace.